Rise, guys, this up-and-coming title, the sixth main installment in the Monster Hunter universe, guys. People are very excited about it because coming off of Monster Hunter World, people really loved that game and everything that game encompassed in this universe of Monster Hunter. So there's a lot of hype building here for Capcom's upcoming title. So I want to go ahead and talk about everything that we know so far about Monster Hunter Rise. We can break it down, and I hope we can have a conversation, guys, in the comment section down below about it. So let's get into it. So in an article, guys, that was written by Kevin Nesevich of GameSpot, Capcom is bringing a brand new Monster Hunter game to Nintendo Switch. Here are all the details revealed so far. Monster Hunter World may have skipped out on the Switch, but Nintendo's hybrid console is receiving its own new Monster Hunter game this year, Monster Hunter Rise. Developed on Capcom's RE engine, Rise is a sprawling new entry in the action RPG series, featuring seamless environments and a handful of brand new mechanics that give the game a more fluid, action-oriented feel than previous installments. So really quick, guys, one of the things I'm really bummed out about was that Monster Hunter World was, skipped out on the Nintendo Switch. However, this game, Monster Hunter Rise, is going to only be on the Switch, which up to this point is, to me, is really unfortunate. I really wanted to see this game come out on all the consoles and such. I wish it would just have come out on everything. Similar to, I would have liked to see this also with Monster Hunter Rise. It's really unfortunate that you're going to have to be a Switch owner in order to play it. We're still months away from Monster Hunter Rise's release, but Capcom has already revealed various details about the game. So as far as the release date goes, guys, Monster Hunter Rise launches on March 26, 2021, so it's pretty much right around the corner, guys. Now the platforms. Monster Hunter Rise has only been announced for Nintendo Switch, though rumors have been circulating that the game will also be released on PC later in the year. Capcom has not announced any plans to bring to other platforms as of yet, which is really unfortunate, but I'm hoping that maybe they change their minds, or there's a plan that it comes later on to the other consoles. As far as the trailers are concerned, guys, lots of trailers. At the Game Awards, they had a trailer. They've had a number of the trailers. You guys can obviously check out all of those. But as far as the new features are concerned, Monster Hunter Rise introduces a couple of new gameplay elements to the series. Chief among them is the wire bug. This lasso-like insect functions as a sort of grappling hook, allowing players to propel themselves around the environment and even latch onto monsters. Capcom confirms that players will have 2 wire bugs at their disposal, and they can be used in conjunction with the game's various weapons to unleash acrobatic attacks. Rise's other big addition is the Palamute, a new type of canine companion. Much like the Palico, the Palamute can join players on hunts and offer backup when battling monsters. Whereas the Palico is more of a support companion, however, the Palamute specializes more in offense, and players can even ride it to traverse environments more quickly. So that's really cool, guys. A couple of neat features. I'm excited to see how that works here. As far as the confirmed monsters are concerned, guys, I gotta say, some of these monsters have been there, done that in this universe, but there's a lot of new monsters as well. And I'm not even going to try to actually pronounce some of these monsters, guys, but there's a pretty long list of brand new monsters. Pretty exciting stuff. Now, a big one for me, guys, is the multiplayer details. So like previous Monster Hunter games, Rise supports up to 4 players locally or online. As is the case with most other Switch games, you'll need to have a Nintendo Switch Online subscription to take advantage of online play. Individual memberships cost $4 for 1 month, $8 for 3 months, and $20 for 1 year, while an annual family plan runs for $35 and covers up to 8 Nintendo accounts. Although Capcom has shared a few details about Rise's multiplayer content, the basics remain the same as in previous Monster Hunter games. You'll be able to party with up to 3 other players and embark on quests together. These missions entail hunting or trapping fearsome monsters and gathering resources which can then use to fashion new weapons and armor for your hunter. So I'm excited, guys, to say the least about the multiplayer. We'll have to see kind of what this one all encompasses as we get to it. Now, free demo and booster pack. So Capcom released a free limited time Monster Hunter Rise demo on the Nintendo eShop on January 7th. The demo consists of 4 missions, 2 training missions that details the game's controls and mechanics, and 2 proper hunts. The beginner hunter tasks players with slaying the Great Izuchi, one of Rise's new monsters, while the intermediate sends players after the returning Mitsusune. So Pretty interesting stuff there, guys. Now, one thing that a lot of people are talking about is the DLC and the microtransactions. So Capcom has not announced any DLC for Monster Hunter Rise, although some sort of post-launch content is expected to arrive for the game. Previous Monster Hunter titles have received a free crossover gear and quest based on other video game series, like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Armor and Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate being one, and that tradition will likely continue with Rise. Capcom, however, is not ready to discuss any crossover plans yet. Collaborations have obviously become a staple of the series, so we're looking into what we can do with this game, but we haven't really decided on anything yet, and the team is still very much hard at work on getting the actual main game finished, so that's our priority right now. Beyond potential collaborations, there's also the possibility of some paid DLC. Monster Hunter World set a precedent for this when it received its big Iceborne expansion, which introduced an entirely new world to explore and many new and returning monsters to hunt. It remains to be seen if Rise will likewise receive a paid DLC expansion, but given Iceborne's success, it's certainly possible. And I agree. I think what was really cool about Iceborne and that expansion was just the entirely new world, guys. That was like really cool that they added that to it. I'm excited to say the least about that. Look, at the end of the day, guys, I'm excited about this title. It's not, it's right around the corner as far as the release is concerned. And I gotta say, from everything that we know about this title, I'm excited. I really am. I'm excited about this title, especially coming off of Monster Hunter World. I think that this has a lot of potential to be a special title and to continue the Monster Hunter universe into the future, without a doubt. It's going to be interesting, guys, to say the least. I'll be sure to give you guys more information as it comes out. I'm really hoping that Capcom decides to bring this game out on other consoles outside of just the Nintendo Switch. That would be a travesty, in my opinion, if you're just going to have it on the Switch like that. But nonetheless, I'm excited about it. And microtransactions, guys, lots of people talk about microtransactions. For me, at least, I say this all the time. Microtransactions, to me, I don't mind them. I just, I don't want them to be deceptive to the consumer. I don't want it to give a competitive advantage to others. If you're going to have cosmetic items, I'm fine with that, but I would rather have more earnable items than payable items. I think it's really cool to actually earn things throughout the game, whether it's the story, multiplayer, co-op modes that you can earn. And I think that those earnable items should be, way cooler than those of the payable items. I think payable items, guys, should be purely, cosmetic items and such that don't give you a competitive advantage and they're not deceptive and such. That's what I'm hoping for if there's any types of microtransactions in here. But we're yet to see a lot of games really do it well. So, we'll have to kind of keep our fingers crossed on the microtransactions and such for Monster Hunter Rise. But with that being said, guys, I'm excited. Are you guys excited about Monster Hunter Rise? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more Monster Hunter Rise content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.